Hello everybody, my name is Marina Susanj and I'm going to talk about assessment. Particularly, I will try to explain two chapters written by Douglas Brown, Language Assessment 1 and Language Assessment 2, chapter 21 and 22. And I will try to exemplify those chapters giving examples of my own personal experience as a teacher and also as a student in a training teaching college. First of all, I would like to say that the terms evaluation, assessment, and test are not the same. Even though they share some similarities, the difference among them are going to be described during this video. Let's start talking about evaluation. Evaluation refers to a broader notion than assessment, and it relates to a process of systematically collecting information in order to make a judgment. So it goes beyond language education. For example, we can evaluate a course and also if our students have achieved the goals and the task that we have given to them. Now let's talk about assessment, the main focus of this video. Assessment is an integral part of the teaching learning cycle, and in an interactive communicative curriculum, assessment is almost constant. It refers to the general process of keeping track of the learner's progress, and it also refers to the use of methods and instruments to collect information to inform decision making about learning. That would be the mainly difference between evaluation and assessment. We have different kind of assessment. One is more traditional and the other one is more alternative. I'm talking about summative assessment and formative assessment. I particularly prefer formative assessment, but let's try to describe them, okay? As I said before, there are two kinds of assessments. One is more informal and the other one is more formal. Summative assessments are mainly focused on scores, so it is mainly focused on the student's product. It's related to formal assessment, in which the scores of the exercise that the students have are important. They have a limit period of time to do the exercise, and the scores of the products are the most important things to evaluate. And then we have informal assessment, which involves all incidental and unplanned evaluation that we do over time, evaluating our students' skills and progress over time. From my experience as a teacher, informal assessments can have better results than formal assessments, because we can evaluate our students' achievements in a comfortable environment and in which our students felt comfortable and safe to express their knowledge and they can communicate with others. And informal assessments, they are in a control area, they have a period of time to do the exercise, and they are commonly nervous or they feel insecure, and sometimes the scores that they have don't demonstrate their real knowledge. Now let's talk about tests. It is a particular form of assessment that is concerned with measuring learning through performance. Well, a test has the purpose of measuring. A test measures a person's ability. That would be related to the knowledge and the discourse ability that a person has. Then it measures the ability. That would be related to the competence that a learner has and the domain that the student has related to the skills that a learner has. Tests should be practical, reliable, and valid. Let's talk about practicality first. This term is related to how practical the test is. If we have a long test, difficult to understand, difficult to correct, and difficult to create, it's not practical. Then a test should be reliable. that would be that the test is consistent and dependable. We should consider the conditions. If the conditions of the test are not optimal, a learner can fail during the test. For example, if we have an audio and we have noise in the room and the learner has to listen to the audio and it is not clear enough, the learner will probably have problems to understand the audio. So it's not reliable. The test is not reliable. And a test should be valid. And validity, it is the degree to which the test actually measures what is intended to measure. If we want a test to be valid, we should consider content validity, phase validity, and construct validity. Content validity is related to the content that we should evaluate. Then we have phase validity. Phase validity is related to the learner's perspective of the test. If the learners feel that the test is fair or unfair. And then we have construct validity, and it is related to the theoretical constructions. Then we have different kinds of tests. We have proficiency tests that the aim is to test standard items. We have diagnostic tests that is made during the first days of a course, and achievement tests that are related to the classroom lessons and units. And a test should be authentic. Authenticity is a form of assessment in which students are asked to perform real-world tasks in which they can demonstrate meaningful learning. And finally, to conclude with this video, I would like to talk about my personal experience as a student in the training teaching college. Well, from my point of view, alternative assessment has more benefits than traditional assessment. For example, I think that portfolios and peer assessment are really helpful for us, also for our students to watch their improvement during the course. So I will try to learn from those experiences, and I will apply them to my own personal teaching.